I guess right now we should start the show.
Yo, welcome back to the JV podcast. I am joined by two very, very, very special guests. Always good to have these guys on. Got Brennen Mason from the Cheeseheads and The Bear podcast. Appreciate you guys for pulling up. It's gonna be I'm not gonna say a jam-packed show. I'm not trying to keep y'all here too long, but we got all-star starter reactions, Lakers, Genie Bushit. We don't even really gotta go that into that.
I'm
The
curious
Knicks
about
port
that.
performance. Yeah. And then the main bulk of the episode is contenders and pretenders in the league. But we're only doing top 6 seeds. But if y'all do have a team that's in the play-in that y'all think are contenders, we could talk about that too. But how you guys doing today?
Doing great, man. Doing great. Bear season just finished. It was a great NFL season. Now we're on to basketball, where the Bucks are playing really good basketball right now. We're super excited, super sarcastic. But no, thank you for having us on. I'm excited to do this.
Yeah, I would be in a better mood if the Bucks were playing better. But again, thanks for having us, and we'll talk about it a little bit if we have the time.
Shout out to the Bears, man.
Thank you, dude.
It was a fun season.
It was great.
That was a fun season. They'll be back. After that Caleb throw, man, I wanted them to win so bad after that.
I thought we were. I'm not going to lie.
I thought they were going to pull it off, too.
Much of the juice. And once we got the ball in overtime, I thought we had it, but obviously not. So it's always that.
They'll be back. But yeah. I didn't have this as a topic of the show, but I kind of want to just bring it up to you guys now, and you guys could speak on it. But what's going on with the Bucks? Like all these Giannis like quotables after every game is getting insane at this point.
It just doesn't
end. It feels more and more like he's out of there.
Yeah,
I think so too.
Go ahead, Mace.
Yeah, well, what I was thinking, I think Shams said it well. I usually don't like what Shams has to say.
Oh my God. Stop talking about him already.
No, I usually do not like what he has to say, but he did say like it's kind of come to a point where like both sides are kind of just sitting there waiting for one of them to like step up and grow a pair and say, yeah, I want to do this, or yeah, he's gone. We're kind of just bouncing around the fact that, yeah, we're going to continue to suck no matter what. Giannis is obviously frustrated. Are we going to say we're keeping him for sure? Giannis has said he wants to stay, but I don't really know if that's true or not. So there's always that Knicks talk too. So I don't know. I think we should honestly just move him.
Yeah, I mean, right now we're looking to get Zach LaVine, the needle mover. So I don't really know what they're gonna do. So I don't really know, man. We used to compete for championships, and now I'm watching Kyle Kuzma and Miles Turner suck ass on my basketball team. So I'm not the happiest right now with the Bucks. So we'll see. Hopefully they figure it out. Fire Doc, please.
Yeah, he says he wants to stay, but I don't think he do. It feels like he's afraid of the backlash if he says
his PR training is pretty nice. I'll give him that. Sometimes.
Yeah. But he kind of has to make up his mind because we saw happen with him. Like he didn't want to be that guy that's like, oh, I'm not gonna request a trade, demand a trade, and look what happened to him. Like he ended up. He didn't want to go to Milwaukee. He wanted to go to Miami. Like everybody knew that.
But wouldn't want to go to Miami,
right?
But so he ended up going back, or he got traded back. But I don't know what's gonna happen. It feels like teams are like hesitant about pulling the trigger on that. I don't think the Knicks thing is gonna happen. I feel like the only way that's happening is if literally like he got to go up to the GM like with a Glock in his hoodie, like, yo, send me to New York, bro.
Right.
He doesn't want to get rid of him because he knows if he trades Giannis, probably one of the best players in the franchise, the viewership is just going to go down the drain. And no disrespect to your team, but if we trade for, Cat right now and some bench players from the Knicks, they're not going to like that in Milwaukee very much. I'm not going to.
Hell no. But if Giannis show the GM a picture of his house and his kid's school, like he got no choice.
That's what it's gonna take.
I mean, yeah, that's the only way he's going to New York. Because no way they're taking our package straight up.
But it's this thing is like I'd rather get something rather than just let him walk for nothing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Picks. We want picks back.
Oh yeah, because we're super good at drafting too. That's what we should do. Super good at drafting.
I feel like the CBA fucked up the whole trading. Like the way this era is right now, with the way trades are and the whole CBA it fucked up the whole game. Like we got role players going for like big packages.
The Desmond Bain trade ruined how the NBA trades there's going to be for a while. I think, just because like
that and the Kel Bridges trade.
Yeah, because like
was big too.
If you think Bain is worth what 3 or 4 first-round picks, how many first-round picks do you think Giannis?
4. He went 4.
4. How many picks do you think Giannis Antetokounmpo is worth right now? Like holy shit.
Yeah.
Fucking Trae Young got traded for no picks.
Dude, that was fucking wild. Yeah, I want to go to
Corey Kispert and fucking CJ McCollum.
Yeah,
that shit's crazy.
I was watching their game on Monday against the Bucks, and CJ McCollum was taking the shots at the end, and I'm like, dude, what are you doing? Give the ball to Jalen Johnson. Stop shooting. Stop shooting. But I wasn't mad. Obviously, you won. But I was like, dude, stop fucking shooting the ball, please, CJ.
Even Luka got traded for what, like 1 pick?
Yeah, and a guy that can't stay healthy for sure.
Exactly, just a worthless player.
I saw a mock today that the Bucks were going to trade for him, and I almost threw up.
Nope. Please no.
Nah. Stay away from that. But first thing I want to get into real quick, we could do the Genie Bus dissed LeBron. She was talking a whole bunch of nonsense, saying like he not grateful because we drafted his son, blah blah blah. We're doing everything he says, and then LeBron came out yesterday and was like, "I'm not worried about what anybody thinks of me." So as he should, because I don't know. I feel like I could understand why she feel that way, but she's not even with the Lakers no more. So it's like, come on, bro. Like it's not cool. And you got to remember too, before LeBron got there, it was dark for the Lakers. that 2014 to 2018, it was real spooky when you had Kendall Marshall out there with Darius Morris, Nick Young, Robert Sacre,
bang, Jinx,
Xavier Henry. Yeah, bro.
Yeah, terrible.
Those days was dark, and they were still getting national TV games. So she got to watch her mouth when she talking to the team.
Yeah, I didn't even hear her say it. I didn't even know this was a whole thing going on right now. God damn.
Yeah. It's stupid. I mean, like we're talking shit about the guy that, basically revived the Lakers is definitely a decision, but and brought him a championship. I don't care. You can call it whatever you want in the bubble.
Got you a chip.
Yeah, exactly. And he damn near got players to come here. And she was like talking shit about the Westbrook trade too. I'm like, dude, you make that trade for Westbrook more times than not. You just decided that he wanted to start sucking basketball as soon as he made that trade. Right. But yeah, I'm a LeBron guy through and through. So if you should talk him, I'm obviously going to be on LeBron's side. So get wrecked. Go Lakers. Go LeBron. That's all I got to say on that.
Yeah. As soon as he wins you a chip, it's like you can't really talk that much shit.
That's kind of how we feel with Giannis too. It's like, yeah, you know what? He's not in the best situation right now. Maybe he's not playing his greatest, but he won us a championship here in Milwaukee. He's forever going to be appreciated. So the fact that people like Jeannie Buss are not appreciative of a championship just blows my mind. It's wild.
It's insane. I mean, it is the Lakers, so they're used to winning all the time. But that was her daddy though. That was her dad when he was. Yeah, that was before her. But next thing I want to get into, the West. The All-Star starters were announced on Monday, and I feel like the list kind of was pretty much how I expected it, except for like one. But we could start with the Eastern Conference. The starters, you got Cade Cunningham, Tyrese Maxey, Jalen Brunson, Jaylen Brown, and Giannis Antetokounmpo. Was there any like, whoa, what the fuck is he doing there? Or was this like everything you guys thought it would be?
In the East, I thought it was perfect. You could have, talked me to the Mitchell over Brunson. But that's just more of a what you've done for me lately kind of thing with the Knicks. So I'm okay with that. And the whole idea with the seeding that they tried to do last year, making that more of a thing at the time. I think the Knicks were a little bit higher. But yeah, you can talk me into Mitchell over Brunson, but besides that, I'm cool with everyone else.
Yeah, I liked it too. The only thing I was thinking too, just like Brennan said, was Mitchell over Brunson. But you look at record wise, and you got to assume Brunson's probably doing more for his team, as the Knicks are just a little bit higher. So it's weird having all guards besides Giannis coming out of the East. I think that's kind of strange too. I kind of wish they went back to two guards, maybe forwards and a center, kind of like more position all-star kind of format. But other than that, MPJ, I think he could have had a chance, but his team is just atrocious.
As a starter?
I mean, like, if you're just looking at stats,
Yeah, I was about to say.
Stats, like a chance, if you were going like by position, like he's the only other forward that's, up there besides maybe Brandon Ingram or Jalen Johnson stats wise. So
what about Cat? Come on, guys, let's talk some Knicks ball here.
Nah. On the last episode when I was picking my all-stars, I was like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not putting Cat on here.
You just can't.
Not
but
even
it's crazy because with how bad the East front court is, you fake have to put him in there.
Yeah, 20 and like 10.
That's what he was saying with all the guards. Like, there's no one else.
If he was in the West, he'd have no shot.
Oh God, dude, the East is so bad compared to the West right now. It's not even.
Yeah,
I know we're talking about contenders contenders for the East and West. Our West was easy. The East is so hard for me. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
so it is.
I mean, yeah, for the all-star starters, I was fine with it. I had no issue with it. I did think like maybe it would be fair if Brunson didn't start because how bad we've been playing. But I wasn't. I'm not mad that he's starting.
But you're not the one that's gonna be mad about it. Let's just say that.
Right.
Yeah, but if Donovan Mitchell started, to be honest, I wouldn't care. I feel like sometimes the All-Star does care too much about record, which I feel like is sometimes it's a little over. Sometimes it's a little overrated because I was saying it on my last episode. I was like, yo, if a dude's averaging 30 a game and he's on the fucking 14 seed, I'm sorry, he gotta have a chance to. I don't give a fuck if they're the 14s. Because I was talking about how in 2020, people were losing their mind because Trae Young was a starter. But he was averaging 29-11 here.
Yeah.
I don't care if they were the fucking 13 seed. He was hooping. And he deserved to be there. So sometimes that record shit is a little too crazy for me. But I think they got it right, though.
Yeah, my buddy's a big Sacramento Kings fan, and it was last year when they. Yeah. But last year there was a little debacle in one of our group chats about Sengun being over Sabonis in the I think it was just All-Star just in general, or maybe it was starter.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember. But yeah, he was hella mad that Sengun made it over Sabonis, and that was the idea because the Rockets were our 2 seed last year and at that time. And I'm like, bro, that's just why he got it. It's the record. And they've never done that before that, but now they're trying to do it more, it seems like. So
nah, Sabonis should have made it. He should have made it last year. He was dogging last year. He should have made it. That was insane. He didn't make it.
Yeah.
It was pretty funny though, when he was complaining about it. I thought it was hilarious.
Yeah, I would have crashed out too. It's crazy too because you guys pointed out like too many guards because it's still USA versus world, so they got to take out Giannis and put Steph in there. So, yeah. So that's gonna take us to the West.
Yeah.
The West starters. We got Luka, Shea, Steph, Jokic, and Wemby. Was there anybody in here where you guys were like, "What the fuck is he doing there?" Or were you like, "This is fine"?
Mason, I'll let you go first this one.
Yeah, One for me was Steph. I mean, I love Steph Curry. I think he's, obviously one of the GOATs, but I think Anthony Edwards probably could have gotten in over him. I think Ant's averaging a couple more points. I think he's almost at 30 points a game. And obviously the Timberwolves, again, looking at record here, but that's kind of what I was thinking. NBA was gonna, look at more record wise, and Timberwolves are ahead of the Warriors only by a couple games, but still, I think Anthony Edwards could have been over Steph Curry. But other than that, I think it's solid. Obviously, Wemby hasn't played as many games as everyone else, but if Giannis is getting in, missing 15, 20 games, and Wemby can do the same. So I'm good with that. Other than Anthony Edwards not being in.
Yeah, I mean, not much to complain about in the West. You got all the big hitters in the West mostly. Steph Curry, again, that was kind of mine. I know we were talking about it in one of our group chats, Justin, and it was Ant was surprising that he wasn't on there, but I'm thinking that this is just a popularity thing, and Curry just got the nod just because he's a legend. So obviously Ant will be a reserve. That would be crazy if he wasn't, but obviously he probably will. But yeah, Curry was kind of the only one. All the other guys are cemented for me.
Yeah, for me it was the same thing. I was like, it should have been Ant over Steph, but I think I saw something that he was like, I think he was like tied with Wemby or some shit, and it came down to something. So yeah, he's a lock. Yeah, but I'm not too mad at it, but because Steph is hooping, but you got to be consistent. Like if you're gonna do record thing, you got to be consistent with it. Don't flip flop. I'm not gonna say I was surprised not to see Bron on here, but I was like, oh shit.
That would have been kind of crazy.
That would have been nuts. God.
I'm a LeBron guy, like I
funny
said. But he should have been on there. It makes sense that he's not. He's hooping right now too.
He is hooping right now.
He's hooping now.
There's just these names are disgusting on this starting roster that I'm looking at, or starting lineup. So if he got in over any of these guys, I think the internet would have blown up.
Yeah.
Reserve though. He better be on the reserve.
He should be, but I feel like he's gonna steal a spot from somebody. I wish he got his own like honorary,
some like Dirk stuff.
The Dirk and D Wade honorary. Yeah. There's gotta be someone like that in the East.
He's gonna have to steal a spot from like Denny or somebody.
I hate that that's the name every time too.
No, Denny's locked in. Denny was locked in. Denny has to be locked in. There's no other way. He's gonna steal a spot from like maybe Lauri Markkanen or someone like that. Denny's gotta be locked in.
Lauri's averaging 28 right now. God damn.
Shout out Keontae George, man.
Oh, he's falling. Yeah, maybe like that. Maybe it steals a spot from Keontae.
Oh, he's definitely stealing that spot. That guy's got like 20 years.
He's stealing that shit.
That'd be crazy. Here, hey KG, you get this spot over the best player to ever touch a basketball. That makes sense.
Keontae's doing so well too. It's nuts. But that's a great example. Maybe Julius Randle gets a spot taken. That's another one I'm trying to think of. But
does Booker get in?
Oh, I mean. Yeah,
he might. I mean, he don't have like he don't have the numbers like he usually do, but they are winning and they have exceeded expectations.
Crazy.
I did not.
So if
go ahead.
So he might get in just off of that. Yeah. But if he was left off, I wouldn't be upset.
Yeah, one of our buddies on our pod, he's not a big basketball guy, and we were doing some stuff before the season, and he had the Suns in at 10, I think, and like we were predicting the standings, and me and Mason both were like, yo, don't put the Suns in there. Just leave them off. They're not going to be good this year. And right now they are currently the 5 seed. So I feel really dumb telling them not to leave it off. But that's like they're just like one of those teams that nobody had them even in the top 7. So, I mean, if you had them in the top 5 right now, you just guessed, and you're a Phoenix Suns fan at that point.
You're a fucking fan, because I had them. I had them at 13 too when I was doing the.
I didn't have. We didn't do all the standings, but I did not have them in my 10 for sure.
Yeah,
I was like team about to fuck ass. But
Dylan Brooks, man, a game changer.
yeah, I love that dude. I wish he was on the Knicks.
Dude,
But
you have one
like
of
him
those.
too.
You Josh Hart.
speaking of
Yeah.
the Knicks, they've been playing like shit lately. Disregard the Nets game. I had people coming up to me at work the next day like, "Yo, blowout." I'm like, "Brother, it's the Nets. Like, what are we getting hyped for?" But prior to that game, we lost 9 out of our last 11, and it was just really bad. I know they say some people are kind of like, "Yo, don't take the regular season so serious." I don't know how you guys are when the Bucks lose. Well, I'm not gonna say this year, but maybe in like years past. But for me, ever since we got good, shit, man. If we lose a game, that shit hurt. That shit fucking hurts.
Absolutely it does. Especially if
And
you lose
the
to a team
playoff,
you should beat.
yes. And I'm always like, yo, if we want to be we want to be like contenders and all this, we gotta win some of these games against teams we should be. Like there were some game, I had this moment last year. I remember I had Jones in for Sports on here, and I remember it was like around December, and I was like, yo, last year I remember saying this team ain't going nowhere. I remember texting that in the group chat. I was like, this team is not going nowhere. And we saw they went to the ECF. And this year, when I had them on, I was like, I'm gonna try to hold back from saying that this year. I gotta kind of just like take every win and loss, just take it with a grain of salt. I'm not gonna overreact. Yo, when we went on that 4-game losing streak, I was like, yo, this team ain't going nowhere. Like, this team ain't going nowhere.
Yeah.
And then I think we beat the Clippers.
You did beat the Clippers.
Then we lost another game, and then we beat. I forgot who we beat in between, and then we go on another 4-game. Yeah, the Blazers. And I was like, we go on another 4-game losing streak. I'm like, yo, team is going nowhere, bro, nowhere. And when we lost to the fucking Mavericks, I didn't even watch that game. I didn't even watch that game. I was at the movies that day. I was watching that Will Arnett movie. And I checked my phone. I'm like, the Knicks is playing right now. Let me check the score. We was down by like 30. And I'm like, yo, this team ain't going nowhere. I'm like, we're losing to the Mavericks without AD, without Kyrie, without PJ, without Gafford, without Lively. I'm like, what the fuck are we doing?
Christie lit you up 26.
Yeah, Christie lit us up. And like we got smoked by the Hawks at home. I was like, what the fuck? And like then we got smoked by the Sixers. I'm like, Jesus Christ. And and the biggest like thing that everybody's like pointing out is like Cat. And even that Warriors game, like we got smoked like crazy. You know, worse than the Mavericks game was bad, but the game where I was like, yeah, this team is definitely not going nowhere is when we lost to the fucking Kings.
Oh my god,
we lost to the Kings, bro, without Sabonis.
Dude, it was
and I know Brunson got hurt in the first quarter, but I'm like, bro, this team is garbage. Like you got to beat this team regardless. And it's just shit like that where I'm like, bro,
a revenge game. That's why you got lit up.
Yeah. And the common theme during this losing streak is just like, Cat sucks on defense. Cat sucks on defense. I'm like, yo, we knew this already, and it's at an all-time high.
That's not.
And it's like the trade rumors are like at an all-time high. The reports coming out, they're talking to Orlando, they're talking to Charlotte. I forgot what the other team was.
I think it was Orlando.
I think it was like Memphis. I saw some shit. It was like Goga Batadze, Wendell Carter. I'm like, bro, fucking no. I'm like, what the fuck are we doing?
Ew.
And then I saw one. It was like they said the Hornets. I'm like, who the fuck are we gonna get from the Hornets? The only dude I would want on that team is Nipple, who they're not gonna give up. And
what about that big rookie from
and Musa Diabate? Oh yeah, I'll take Kalkbrenner too, but they're not giving those guys up.
No.
And plus, even then, Cat makes so much money. Yeah, you'd have to combine hella salaries. And then Memphis was like, all right, Jaren Jackson, maybe. And yo, I don't I don't fuck with Jaren Jackson, bro. Like
Me either, dude.
I've had a bunch of clips on here. I don't like that he don't rebound and shit.
I
Yo, I
hate
was so
Vince
down
so
bad.
much, dude. I hate.
I was
him
so down bad during that losing streak. Yeah, me neither. I was like, yo, Jerry would it be that bad? That's how bad it got. That's how bad it got. But I'm like, nah, I don't want to do that. And then the Mike Brown whole situation where he's hugging up Draymond and Cat didn't like that. Mike Brown, like, I know some people had their opinions, like, yo, Cat, you just gotta play better. But like I kind of feel where Cat's coming from because Mike Brown calls him out in the media a lot. And then him dapping up Draymond after Draymond like was bullying him and shit. I'm not gonna lie, if I'm Cat, I'd be pissed off too. But I'm like, yo, Tibbs would never do no shit like that. I'm sorry. Tibbs would never do no shit like that. But I'm not one of those people that's like, oh, we shouldn't have fired Tibbs. I'm not one of those people because I feel like Tibbs, I felt like we reached the maximum point we could have reached. And I felt like a lot of these issues was there last year. It's just the way we beat Boston was like, I felt like Boston kind of shot themselves in the foot a lot of the times, and we just exploited that.
Yep.
And some people don't really realize that. And some of those issues that we have this year is still there. And I see people talking about, oh, can you win with Brunson being your best player? He don't play defense. He's too small. And now these conversations are starting. I saw on Players' Choice was like, oh, they traded Trae Young. They're trading John Morant. When do we start having that conversation with Brunson? I'm like, not the same thing. That dude turns into Michael Jordan in the playoffs.
Yeah.
It is not the same thing. I think with Cat being there kind of magnifies Brunson's deficiencies on defense. That's why it's really bad. I think that trade in the first place is probably, which I'm not going to kill Leon for doing at the time because the first domino effect that people forget, and I love this dude, God bless him, but iHeart really fucked us by leaving, but I don't blame him, but he really fucked us.
You got a ring
because
and money.
They get a ring instantly.
After he left, we had no center. I think Mitch Robb was hurt, and we was talking about playing Randall at the 5. Yeah.
Yep.
We was talking about playing Randall at the 5 to start that season. I'm like, yo, this isn't gonna work. I think the only center we had on the roster that was healthy was Jericho Sims. So
hey, Jericho Sims, fuck legend. Let's go.
Yeah, I don't miss
not
that
great.
guy.
Yeah, not great.
But I'm not gonna lie. I kind of, part of me during this streak was like in panic mode. Like my chest was hurting. Like, yo, it's over. But now having some time to like sit with this shit and like them having this players meeting, and yeah, it is the Nets, but that was a fucking great response. Like beat the shit out of them by 54 points. That was great. That shows me like, all right, this team is aware. There's signs of life. And I still feel like deep down, the team that we saw in like during the cup and like and like all that, I still feel like that's who they are. But there are still the issues that are existing right now. It's real, and you got to learn how to patch those up. There's trade talks about Jose Alvarado, Yves Missi, which I would love, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's cool.
Yeah, he was one of those guys on the draft that I was like, yo, please, Leon, get him. But I think they are closer to what they showed earlier in the season. I don't want to use it as an excuse, but that schedule after the Cup was fucking insane. I think they only had like one day in between games like after that. So hopefully, I think right now is like one of the biggest stretches we've had. Like we played Wednesday, we don't play again until tomorrow. And this is a team where I'm like, yo, this team probably needs the fucking All-Star break badly. And I'm hoping Cat doesn't make the All-Star game just so he can he can just fucking sit in a room like Aaron Rodgers and just figure his shit out. But I'm kind of not like letting this shit like kill me, because at the end of the day, this Eastern Conference is still like shaky, up in the air, and it's like
you can call it what it is. It's weak.
Yeah, I could say what it is, but like I'm still confident because teams gotta play us. Like any team could come in and kick our ass like any night, and that's a fact. But when you got to see us for 7 games, that's when it gets tough.
Especially
and that goes for any team.
Yep.
Yeah. So I'm going to just keep that in mind because last year we lost to all the good teams. And we saw Indiana, who was ass last year to start the year, and they went all the way to the finals. They pushed OKC to 7 games. So you don't know what the fuck can happen in the yeah. So we never know what can happen in the NBA. I'm not on the trade for Giannis right now because, like we said earlier, that shit not gonna happen.
Yeah.
And I would rather make some moves around the margins.
Yeah, I was gonna say like, because I think Cat is way better at the 4. I don't know what your opinion on is that with that. And then have Mitchell Robinson start at the 5. Do you feel like a big is coming to like get a trade, like for a big to come off the bench?
We definitely need a big man because I love Mitchell Robinson, but you cannot play him like heavy minutes. You got to play him in like 3-minute spurts, 5 minutes. If you want to get like the best out of him, that's the only way. And you gotta like manage him so he's like, because you really want him for the playoffs because he's like a game changer. So if we could have another center, because it's clearly Mike Brown don't fuck with Huck Poirier, so they're gonna need another center in there. So hopefully it's Misi. If a trade does happen, I would hope it's like a guard, a big, or a wing and a big. So like if it was Keon Ellis and Precious, I would love that. Jose Alvarado, Misi,
in a Bobby Portis. Can I interest you in a Bobby Portis?
He doesn't play defense, though, man, and that's what the Knicks need. That would not fit with the Knicks, I don't think.
I wouldn't mind Bobby Portis.
They just want all scorers, dude. That's all they want.
I'm not gonna lie though. I'm not gonna lie though. I would take Bobby Portis because he does have one thing that we don't have, and it's a fucking dog. We need a guy that's gonna get in somebody's face. That's why I said I would love Dylan Brooks. Because I'm sorry, I love guys on the Knicks, but some of these guys are fucking soft.
Sure.
All right.
Yeah.
Like if some dudes getting in Cat's face, I would love to see a team in Draymond's face. I still get sick when I see Trae Young rolling the dice, that clip, and you see all the Knicks, they're just watching him. I'm like, yo, I dare you to do that shit in front of Charles Oakley. He would have knocked him the fuck out.
Yeah.
I think who was that? Who was that big that like bumped into him in the playoffs? Who was that big? Do you remember that?
Was it Nerlens Noel?
Yes. Yeah. When they were walking back and or like past each other and they bumped into each other and he just like started shrugging his shoulders after the game. Yeah, that. And then I can't remember who their team was or their team was backing them up, but yeah, I thought that was funny.
Yeah, I love that shit, man. I'll never forget when Quincy Acey on Christmas Day swung John Wall. I'll never forget that shit.
The bald dude.
We were getting smoked. Yeah. We were getting smoked, but Quincy Acey was like, nah, fuck this. But yeah, man. I hope
I would
make
say
some moves around the margins.
Yeah, don't panic. It's not even the All-Star break yet, man.
Right.
And you're still 25-15. Could be a lot worse. The
East is so bad, bro. We were losing all them games. I thought we fell to like 6 or 7.
Nope.
Not even close.
Top 3.
That's how bad the East is, and we'll get into that with the contenders. But yeah, I wouldn't worry until like late February or early March. If you guys are still playing like shit, then you can start freaking out. But everyone knows that the 2 stars in your team suck at defense, so they're just gonna bring them into the action every time. So unless someone steps up with their defense, which probably won't happen, it's just this is just the Knicks. Nothing's really gonna change unless we make a trade.
Yeah. We'll see what happens.
We will.
I don't know. I love Cap, but shit. But
I'm good off him right now. Maybe when you ask me in like November or October, I would have been like, yeah, sure, we'll take him on. Not right now. No, we're good on that right now.
Just looking at his game highlights, man. Not good.
Worst season of his. This is the worst season of his career, bro.
Clearly, and he's still like putting up numbers, which is just insane.
He's
this shit
30?
Is crazy.
That's God. I'm getting old.
Yeah, he just turned 30 in like November.
He is. At least he rebounds, dude. It could be worse. You could have Miles Turner as your starting 5 that averages like 5.8 rebounds a game. So it could be worse, dude. It could be worse. That's all. I'm just gonna keep.
I'm not a Bucks fan.
Keep saying that over and over again. It could be worse.
Yeah. The more I see these problems with like Cat at the 5, like, the more I'm like, yo, I appreciate centers like Marcus Camby and Tyson Chandler.
Just
even
the old
a
traditional
Cornette, dude. A Cornette would be awesome for you.
Even Cornette. We used to have Cornette back when we was dog shit.
Yeah. We had a lot of like guys before they became good. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Him and Hartenstein, a lot of centers. So
Hartenstein was a fucking Hartenstein hero for us.
And they kept Mitchell Robinson through all of it.
Yeah, I don't know how he's lasted so long.
Been there for like 8
years now. 9 rebounds a game. That's for a backup.
He's the longest tenured Nick.
Is he really?
That's
he is. He's the longest tenured Nick.
By a landslide too.
Yeah.
He's 27 too. He's young. You could trade him. If you wanted.
Now to the bulk of the episode. Contenders and pretenders. What do y'all want to start first? East or West?
Maybe East. Just because,
Okay.
I don't know. The West is, kind of fun, getting better players. West is easy, yeah. That is true.
But
we could.
I don't have a 6 right now. I have 5. My 6th, I just have blank right now. So I'm gonna go last. I'll let you guys go first for the 6.
Oh no! When I said like top 6, like I didn't mean like pick like top 6. I meant like literally the standings, like the top 6 , like out of those teams.
Got it.
And then if there's any team in the play-in that you think is a contender, then we could talk about that too.
Money.
But Eastern Conference, we're gonna start. Actually, should we ask now if there's any teams in the play-in that you guys think? If not, we could just move on. Because I don't want to save them for after we talk about the fucking 1 seed. Yeah.
I would say no personally.
I agree. In the East, I would say no. I thought Orlando may have been, at the start of the season after that trade, but after the injuries and just their lineup changes, I don't think they're going to have enough time to be considered a contender. Same with the Heat. So I would think good with the top 6.
The Hawks, so disappointing. I'm not going to lie. I wish they were better. So no for me.
Yeah, there's no team for me. Or the thing with Orlando is I feel like Orlando could make maybe a good run depending on how the bracket shapes out. But as of right now, I don't see them as a contender. It's just a lot of shit just gotta go their way. Maybe shit like evens out for them later on, but as of right now, no. But top 6, we got currently 6th place, the Cleveland Cavaliers.
I'm gonna say yes. Now, granted, they're in the 6th spot. They're 25-20, but I expected them to be a top 2-3 seed in the Eastern Conference this year, and they have the roster. I really think that Donovan Mitchell can lead this team to an Eastern Conference Finals with no ease or with no problem against all these other teams that are in contention. You have the defensive players. You got Jared Allen still. You still have Evan Mobley, who could be an all-star. I think the X factor for the Cavs right now is Darius Garland, who can't figure himself out. If he's consistently playing, I think they've got a great chance. But I mean, I've got him on my fantasy team, and he plays every 5 games, and he's and then he's hurt for 15. So it's kind of up and down there. So if he can, consistently stay healthy and play like he usually does, I still think they have a great chance of winning, even if they are the 6th seed the rest of the season.
Yeah, I'm gonna go yes as well. A lot of these are gonna be yeses in the East, just because how bad I think it is. Makes good points with Garland in and out of the lineup, and it's just basically the whole team is it's going to come down to health as it has the last few years. I think they're really missing Jerome off the bench, his 12 points from last year, but obviously he's not playing for the Grizzlies right now, so he wouldn't be making much of a difference. But just in general, his scoring, because the idea of bringing in Lonzo Ball, just that experiment has just not worked at all. Shout out Connor, big Lonzo Ball out of nowhere guy. But yeah, I'm gonna say contender, but it just comes down to health for this team for me.
For me, the Cavs, I mean, they are playing better as of late. It's tough, man. I'm gonna say no. And
I like it. All right.
I just feel like I mean, we're gonna get to it when we get there, but there's a team above them, maybe two. I'm not looking at the standings right now. I'm looking at the Cavs, but there's a team that I'm thinking about in my head that I feel like I'm confident that they could beat the Cavs in a playoff series, and I don't think people really consider them contenders. There's another team where I feel like could really push them. Donovan Mitchell's doing all he can with this team, and like you guys said, Darius Garland is the X factor. Ty Jerome, he is a big missing part for this team. They miss his off the bench production a lot. Max Strus, they miss him a lot. He still hasn't played a game this year.
Yeah,
so maybe when he comes back, that could be something that helps them out. Sam Morrell is a big help because when he finally came back, they started to pick things up a little bit. But yeah. The thing I love the most about this team is Jalen Tyson. The rise of Jalen Tyson has been amazing. He's basically taken DeAndre Hunter's spot at this point, and they found like a gem with that dude, honestly. But I feel like it's just really the over reliance on Donovan Mitchell. Like, you're gonna need him to go crazy in these playoff games, and we saw him last year do that, and it was tough. And I feel like a lot of people, including myself, was expecting like a bigger jump from Evan Mobley offensively, and it hasn't really been there. So in the playoffs, when you're playing a team for 7 games, it's going to be like, all right, is he going to step up to the plate? I know Donovan Mitchell's good for like 32 points a game, but can these other guys step up to the plate? Darius Garland hasn't had the best playoff track record. He's either hurt or it's just shaky performances. Evan Mobley will have a great game, but then he might follow it up with like a mediocre game. Jared Allen, you already know, lights be too bright for that motherfucker.
Yeah.
And then their bench is kind of like a question for me because I feel like they really need Max Strus, and they need Max Strus back really bad. Craig Porter, he's cool. He got a dope name, sound like a drug dealer from the 90s. DeAndre Hunter, he don't even really want it. He's whatever. Yeah. I see Cavs fans, they hate his ass. Naquan Tomlin, he's cool, athletic. He gives you some energy. Larry Nance, I like Tyrese Proctor, but they're not really relying on him like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just don't see it. Contender wise.
That's so fair.
As of right now.
I would just like to add on if Mobley, just comes out of nowhere after the All-Star break and goes nuts. I like the Cavs even more, but it's just at the 17-point mark a game. I think, like you said, we wish we saw some more, of that upside that everyone's been saying that he's got. 17 is fine, but I feel like he should be at least in the 20 points a game mark for me personally.
17?
That's what he is right now, 17.7.
He dropped, man. I think he
was at 18.5 last year.
He dropped.
Yeah. Too much balls in his hand, I guess. Plus.
Man. Next team, 5th seed. We got the Philadelphia 76ers.
Brennen, you can start this one.
Dude. Contender, man. Contender, dude.
Yeah.
I said it in the, I think when we had you guys on our pod, this team is just going to take advantage of a bad East, and that's exactly what they're doing. Maxey is playing out of his mind, 30 points a game. Embiid, in 24 games, has 24 points a game. VJ Edgecombe in 39 games has 15 points. Paul George in 24 has 15. Oubre's balling right now. Have him on my fantasy team, so shout out him. Grimes is playing well. Draymond is doing well. Jared McCain is in and out of the lineup, but he's balling, I guess. So I like this team a lot, and it's just this is another thing with this team is just health. If Paul George and Embiid can stay healthy for the playoffs, I like their chances. And Maxey just has taken on the team and is really, really good. I like him a lot. And then Edgecombe, me and Alex on our pod jumped on that train before the season started, and we like watching him and all the highlights that he has every game. So I'm gonna say contender for Philadelphia.
Yeah. 100% agree too. And they've been in the playoffs before too. You've seen Embiid, you've seen Paul George in the playoffs. Why not again? It's just like Brennan said, if Embiid can consistently be on the court, do his thing, if Paul George isn't putting up single digits, they've got a great chance. And McCain, I mean, he hasn't even been in the lineup that much, and they're still, a 5 spot in the East. So, yeah, I will absolutely take them as contenders.
Yeah, this was the team I was talking about when I was like, if the Sixers played the Cavs, I would take Sixers in a heartbeat in a series.
I'm more confident too.
You guys were a lot earlier to the party than I was, because in the preseason I don't remember where I had them in the standings, but I was like, I'm not worried about that team. But now I'm at the point where I'm like, I don't want to say scared, but I have an appropriate fear for them. Team, dude, this is kind of like the team
sounds up too.
Yeah. Embiid is gonna eat anybody up. Like, we had Hartenstein and fucking Mitch on them, and he was giving them the work.
That's fair.
But this is a team that the Knicks, I feel like, wouldn't want to play, because it's like you have a young athletic backcourt, and I feel like that's when the Knicks really struggle, when it's like a young backcourt like that, athletic guys. And we played the Sixers in MSG like early January. I think it was like January 3rd. Without Embiid, and we played well. We was coming off a back-to-back, but at the end of that game, we just ran out of gas, and VJ Edgecombe literally took over in the fourth quarter, and then Maxey picked them up right after, and they just put the game away like that. So this is a team where I feel like it's gonna be tough. And like you said, they're getting it from multiple guys. Like Oubre gave you 28 points like last night. That was a great game against Houston. Good win in overtime.
Injury too.
Yeah. Paul George, he's not what you want him to be, but I feel like he's doing enough to keep you satisfied. Joel Embiid last night had a triple-double, 32, 15, and 10. He's hooping. And I feel like Maxey has taken that step where, like, Embiid, like, we could say if Embiid is healthy, this and that, but I feel like Maxey's taking that step where, like,
doesn't matter.
He's the fucking guy, bro. He's the guy where, like, Embiid could miss a game, and that motherfucker could probably still win you a game or two in the playoffs. I feel like he's that good. There was moments when we played them in 2024 where I was like, this is crazy to say, but I'm like, I'm more scared of Maxey than Embiid. Because, like, Embiid, I knew what the fuck he was. Like, I knew he was going to give us 30 every game. But Maxey was giving us 30 with ease. Yeah, every game. So I was terrified of Maxey. That motherfucker is so quick, can hit you off the dribble, step back. Like, it was insane. So I have so much respect for Tyrese Maxey, and man, I'm more excited now because I'm about to see them play tomorrow. So
that's gonna be fun.
That's gonna be so I'm hoping that's a good game. But yeah, for me, absolutely, this team is contenders, and I've shitted on this team the last year, saying they're never gonna touch an ECF with Embiid.
Embiid was best player, waiting in the wings, dude. That's all he was. He's just waiting to.
Technically, Maxey is their best player now, and I've been making TikToks about it. I've been making TikToks about it since like 2023. I'm like, it is time to give the keys to Maxey, and if they finally did it, and they hooping now. So I would love to see them versus the Cavs as a series. That should be fun. Yeah. Next team, we got the 4 seed Toronto Raptors.
Man, I'll start with this one because Brennan and I were on this team before the season started. We really liked the construction of their roster between Ingram, Barnes, Quickly, Barrett. Yes, they are the 4 seed right now. I think I'm going to put them in pretender. I don't like putting them there because, I don't want to put them in contender or pretender. I think they're kind of just, right in the middle, but I'm gonna lean more pretender just because I think they lack chemistry when it's coming down to the playoffs. This is a brand new team. They haven't had many guys that have sniffed, playoff series that much. Ingram, I don't really think
Yeah.
he's had much experience. Barrett, not much. Maybe with the Knicks a little bit. Can't remember if they were in the playoffs with him. Don't really think,
Yeah,
anything meaningful.
twice.
Yeah, twice. So nothing crazy like Brunson last year. So quickly again, same thing. Barnes hasn't been, in the playoffs with the Raptors yet. So I think
Nah,
inexperience
he
is gonna hurt
was
that
his
team.
rookie
Oh, he
year.
was? Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, he was. But again, other than those four guys, I don't really love their bench. I don't think Mamu is, anything crazy just because, I'm a Bucks fan and I'm kind of hating that he's doing somewhere, he's doing all right somewhere else. Pirtles, but, Jamal Shed, great guard. I just think, looking at these other teams, I trust, a team like Philly or, the Knicks more than the Raptors. Love their team, though. I just don't think, this is their year.
Yeah, this is a very, very young team. Honestly, if you want to like make comparisons, this could just be the Bears of the NBA, when nobody thought they were going to be very good, and now they're the 4 seed, like in the East. But they'll make the playoffs. They'll be a top 6 seed in my opinion. But I am going to say pretender because again, I just think they're just a year or two early. Seeing that Scotty Barnes is still only 24, shout out him. Brennen Ingram, been a Brennen Ingram fan for a while. I like the team, like Mason was saying. Mamu, shout out him.
What the hell?
Quickly, it's doing well for my fantasy basketball team, but it's just the star power isn't there for me in the big moments. I don't think personally. So if they make some, get some guys in the trade or maybe another guy in the draft next year, they could maybe be a contender soon. But just if we're doing it right now, which we are, I'm gonna say pretender for the Raptors.
Yeah, I would also say pretender. I do love what this team is doing because prior to the season doing the Eastern Conference standing predictions, I was higher on this team. I think I projected them to be the 10th seed,
Oh,
and obviously they're doing a lot better. And doing the league pass rankings, I actually had this team pretty high. Like, yo, I actually like watching this team play. And
yeah.
this team, they're pretenders, but I feel like they're kind of like they're kind of like the Magic from 2 years ago. And it's weird to say the Magic because the Magic still haven't gotten their shit together to even
Right.
say that. But they remind me of the Magic from 2 years ago. Like, remember the Cavs lost purpose so they could play the Magic in the first round, and the Magic took them to 7 games. I feel like this Raptors team has the ability to, like, they could really bother some teams. Like,
Yeah, it's a good word.
I
Bother.
don't think they win a first round series, but I think they're gonna make it hell for whoever they play. Like, because their defense right now is insane. Last time I checked, they were 5th in defense, and Scott Barnes, like the captain of that defense, he's really holding it down. So playing against this team it's gonna be hell. When you got to deal with him, Kyler Murray Boyles, Jamal Shed,
Mm-hmm.
it's a lot. It's a lot of shit to deal with. So pretenders, but this team is making the proper strides to move up.
Agreed.
Next team, New York Knicks. Man,
Well, let's use.
I guess.
Yeah, you got
I
to
guess
start
I'll-
this one.
It's conflicting.
I'm very curious to see where it goes.
It's conflicting. I'm not gonna lie. If you asked me like 5 days ago, I would have been like pretenders, bro.
Shouldn't even be in the
But-
playoffs.
Yeah. If you asked me like a week ago, I would have said pretenders. But
Trade it.
now since I've calmed down, I would say contenders. There are glaring holes for this team, but it's just something about this core being together, and I give them some grace because that fucking cup schedule was insane, and hopefully we see a little bit of a pickup after the All-Star break. A lot of our guys were out, like, unfortunately, Like we had Shaman out for a good amount of time. He finally came back. Deuce was out for a little bit. He finally came back. Josh Hart got hurt on Christmas. He finally came back. Then Brunson got hurt. So now we're finally all starting to get back together. This little stretch of adversity, I like. Part of me likes that it's happening now because it's like, all right, guys, like big picture, we know where we want to be. Dolan went on the radio like a few weeks and he was like, yo, we want to win a championship. We should get to the finals and we should beat whoever's there. I don't feel all the way like that, but I do get where Dolan's coming from. Like, absolutely, you should be in the finals. And I think the one thing that's like holding me back, like a big shake-up trade, is like having to like adjust and have regroup with all these new pieces during the middle of the season. I feel like it helps having continuity with a group of guys, especially when you went deep into the playoffs. You remember what it felt like to lose, heartbreaking fashion, and just going through that. You have a coach who's hungry to prove to the league that he got fucked over by Sacramento and he's not a LeBron merchant. So I feel like both sides are on the same page of that. And I feel like with Mike Brown, I feel like as a coach, I feel like a lot of coaches do this too, but they're not showing their full deck of cards during the regular season. I expect him to be on some crazy shit in the playoffs, some shit that we haven't seen, but I feel like this team in a 7-game series is going to be tough to take them out. And maybe I'll feel differently in a couple days. Maybe that Nets win was just like whatever. We just go back to being ass. But I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt. Like Brunson in the playoffs, he becomes like a top 3 player. Like I'm not even joking. And people just completely disregard that for whatever reason. Because I love Cade Cunningham, but if he was doing the shit that Brunson was doing in the playoffs, we would not hear the end of it. If Amen Thompson or Steph Curry was doing this shit, like Brunson be having games in the playoffs where I'm like, bro, why is nobody talking about this? Like, this is insane. But yeah, like this is a team where like when the odds are stacked against them, they rise to the occasion. I love when everybody doubts this team. So and I look at the landscape of the East and I'm like, you can beat all of these teams, bro. In a series, like there's not one team in the East where it's like you got no chance. Yep. I love Detroit. I love what they're doing right now, but I see them in a series. I feel like the team this year is a little bit worse than last year, which is crazy to say because their record is better. But they had guys on that team last year where like, I'm scared, bro. Like Dennis Schroeder, Malik Beasley, Tim Hardaway Jr. Those guys are all fucking gone. Yep. And with the lack of creation next to Cade, and sometimes the shooting isn't there, it's like seeing that team for 7 games, you're not going to get their best every single game. So there's not one team in the East where I'm like, oh shit, we can't beat them like last year. Like last year, I was like, we was here in the second round doing the previews. I was like, we got no chance against the Celtics. I said that shit. Yeah. But this year, I don't feel that way. There's not a team where I'm like, yeah, we can't beat them. There are some teams where I'm like, shit, it's gonna be tough.
I don't want to play
that. Yeah. But there's no team where I'm like, oh shit, I'm hiding, I'm scared. Nah. And this team, they do. I feel like they pick up when they're doubted. So I'm gonna still go with Contenders, but it's literally hanging on by a thread. All it takes is another 3-game losing streak, and I'll be like, yeah, this. I might post something and be like, yeah, this team is not a fucking contender.
Yeah, I'll just make it. I'll make it a lot shorter than that because you're sounding like a Packer fan to me right now, man. It's not everything's falling. I promise. You it's okay to lose a few games here and there. It's fine. You just gotta make. You just gotta make the tournament. That's what you gotta do, dude. You just gotta make the tournament. It's nothing's on fire yet, but I'm gonna go contender pretty easily here. I know they haven't been the greatest. I understand that, but. Sound like a broken record. Brunson's really good in the playoffs. So, I mean, if you have him on your team, I like your chances in the East very much. And I would just maybe just go on Knicks Twitter in your Knicks community and just say, hey, guys, send them that GIF of Aaron Rodgers, just relax. Everyone just relax. everything, it's okay. But I like the roster. Tyler Kolek. I don't know if you shouted him out, but he's just a baller. Wisconsin.
I did not.
We
Shout
love
out to
Tyler
him.
Kohler.
Shout out him. And yeah, all the starting five is obviously really good. I'd like to see if you guys make a trade before the deadline to maybe just booster the roster a little bit. But if this is the roster you're going with the to the Eastern Conference playoffs, I like your chances a lot. So I'm going to go contender.
I think a trade is
100%.
definitely happening. Yabusele is out of there.
Yeah, I like contender as well, and I think they're contending even better if they get a little more depth. Like, get Huck Porty's not playing, Yabusele I thought would be a good piece. Gershon's not playing, so you said Yves Misi, man, big athletic guy. Take away, Cat's, struggles on the defensive end. That's exactly what they need. That's the difference maker right there. Alvarado, that would make up for, Brunson's lack of defense at times. So if you get two guys like that can come off the bench and provide a spark, give, Brunson a little bit of a rest, that's the huge difference maker. So absolutely contenders.
Next team, Boston Celtics.
I'm gonna start, and I'm gonna say frauds. I really did not think. I'm sorry. I still
What?
think. Yeah, no, I
Don't
don't.
disrespect Derek White ever again.
I'm not disrespecting White. He has, I will say, had underwhelming season in my opinion. I can't believe they're still 27 and
Start
16.
to the
But
season. Start to the season. It's been
yeah,
better.
start to the season. His percentages have been, a little iffy. And Jaylen Brown obviously has been Superman for this Boston Celtics team. But I look at, the rest of the team and I just don't see it being sustainable. I don't see Neemias Queta, if I pronounced it right, being as productive as he has been. He's been playing well. I think Pritchard's solid, but I don't think Simons is a great answer off the bench. I don't think Sam Hauser is anything special if you keep someone attached to him. I don't like. Yeah, I know. Yeah, well, not really. He didn't really, claim Marquette. I don't think Luka Garza is a great, piece off the bench. I'm not high on Jordan Walsh being, that great as he was a couple, weeks ago. So, yeah, they're playing really well right now. I don't know if Tatum's coming back. If he ever comes back this season, yeah, they're contenders. But man, I don't understand how Jaylen Brown has carried this team the way he has. So I'm going to say pretenders. I don't think he can sustain it.
Wow, disrespecting Derek White like that. I just don't really
Sorry,
like
Derek
that.
White. Man, I love Derek White too, but
Going-
yeah,
I'm gonna say contender here as well.
I say contender.
JB is playing out of his mind, and I don't see a reason for that to slow down. Really, I think this is a team that should definitely make a trade for a big that's not Queta. I don't think he's just. I don't think he's good enough. But he's playing hard. He's just not good enough. But they also were going into the season thinking that they were going to be the Pacers, and now that they're the 2 seed, they're just kind of like scrambling to figure out what they're going to do. And if, like you said, Mason, if they get Tatum back for the playoffs, they're easily a contender. But I'm still making them a contender. I think Simons should be on the block. I feel like he could be a good guy to get a center, and then just try to figure it out until Tatum gets there. Just make the play in or make the playoffs, and hope Tatum comes back. But JB just seems like there's no slowing down for him. Derek White's kind of getting better and better. Obviously, I know he didn't start up the best, but he's playing better as of late. So I'm going to go contender for the Celtics here.
For me, as of right now, I'm gonna go pretender. I do think Jaylen Brown could keep up this level of play, and it's crazy because right now the Celtics are second in offense, which is crazy. So I feel like I think he'll sustain this level of play, but just Jaylen Brown in a playoff series without Tatum, I think he'll cook. But it's like the others, like what can I expect from them? And if Jaylen Brown has a stinker game or two, who's gonna step up in that occasion? I feel like this Celtics team without Tatum, I think they could win a series, but I feel like that's about it. I don't see them going ECF and shit like that. With Tatum, that's a different conversation, and it also depends what version of Jason Tatum you're getting. If it's 6% of Jason Tatum, you still look at them as contenders. If it's 80%, I feel like they'll still be contenders. But this team's just been playing really well, and it's just fun to watch them play. Jordan Morse hasn't had the same production, but defensively he's a pest. Hugo Gonzalez is another pest on that team. Anthony Simons has been playing really well as of late, and it's always fun to watch Peyton Pritchard cook people sometimes. So,
Yeah.
it's a fun team. I don't see them as contenders at the moment. If we get 80% of what Jason Tatum was when he comes back, then yeah, I would put
Easily.
them up. But as of right now, pretenders. And the number one seed in the East got the Detroit Pistons.
Gosh,
I don't
this
even-
is
I don't even need
this is a tough
explanation.
one for me. This was probably one of
Oh,
the toughest
word.
ones for me. Just because, I mean, they are number one in the East, and I absolutely love what Cade Cunningham has been doing his entire career. But I am going to go pretender here as well, too. I don't like how young and inexperienced they are. Yeah, they've got Tobias Harris. He's a great vet, but I don't see Jalen Duren being, a huge X factor in the playoffs when the defense, starts to ramp up and you really need someone that's going to go score like Brunson or Jalen Brown. Cade Cunningham's a great, facilitator, but I don't trust the other young guys like Ivy yet. I don't trust Ron Holland yet. Amen Thompson isn't, a scorer or Asar Thompson, sorry, Amen's on the Rockets. So I love the team. Dennis Jenkins, he's been
Yeah, I was about to say you don't
Oh,
love
man.
Dennis Jenkins.
he's been unreal, and I really do like Marcus Sasser. I loved watching him on Houston, so I really do like their team. I just think they like the Raptors, maybe just a little bit too soon, not their year, but give it some time. They will be.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, Mason. I hate how much we agree on things. This was gonna be my hot take coming in, and it was gonna be that they're pretenders as well. I've been listening to some podcasts, and they just keep saying is that there's just no second scorer. Defense, I understand, can take you so far, but if, like Mason said, if Duran isn't putting up 17 a game, we're going to rely on Cade Cunningham to score 30, which he easily could, but I just don't see another guy scoring 15 points a game. I wish and hope they would make a trade for another ball handler. It was supposed to be Ivy, and he was balling last year until he busted his shit. But since he's came back this year, he's just obviously not looked the same, which is sad because I'm a big Ivy fan. But maybe they move him for, an MPJ or somebody like that. But Nets always want the most for their players, so I don't know. Maybe it'll be a little bit too expensive. But I'm gonna go pretender just because they just don't have another ball handler scorer where Cade Cunningham can't put up 45 a game like kind of like Brunson does, if that makes sense.
I'm still gonna go contender for them.
Yeah, that's so fair.
It's close.
I just feel like
it's close.
Yeah.
Right.
This team offensively, I'm looking now, they're 10th in offense, second in defense. So they have the badge of honor for that contender status. I just feel like in the Eastern Conference, I look at all the teams and I'm like, yo, they can easily
wide open
get to the conference finals and even the finals, even with all those deficiencies. And I feel like they will make a move at the deadline. I don't think they'll make like a home run, like try to snag like some star, but I feel like they will get like the necessary pieces around the
What about
edges.
a Malik Monk? What if they get a Malik
That would
Monk?
be fire. That would be fire.
A contender immediately.
Yeah,
that would be fire. But it's crazy because I feel like it's so surprising with this fucking record that they got right now. I mean, a lot of it has to do with the defense, but I really, if they still had the team from last year,
oh god,
I think they would have been like punching the ticket to the final.
yeah. If they had a Beasley and Hardaway 3-and-D combo,
Hardaway and Schroeder still.
Schroeder, yeah, veteran right there.
Yeah,
oh my gosh,
that team.
Get those guys off the Kings and bring them back, dude. Just get those guys off the shitty Kings.
Sometimes I look at that Pistons team from last year and I'm like, yo, how the fuck did the Knicks beat that team?
Yeah, dude,
I'm
what a
like, yo,
series.
I
What a
put it up
series.
to an experience if we want to say something, I guess.
I'm like, nah, yo, we had like sometimes I'm like, I don't know how the fuck we won that series. We had no, yo, campaign won us a game. That shit is
Yeah, he
crazy.
did.
Beast.
But yeah, this team to me is still contenders. Um, I look at like the Cavs, the Knicks, like they could beat them in a series. The Celtics they could beat. Sixers would be a fun series. I'm not gonna lie, because I feel like
Yeah.
the Sixers have a lot, and I don't know if the Pistons will have the answer for some of that. But I really love the season that Jalen Duren is having. He's having a
Mhm.
fantastic season, and he's definitely gonna be an all-star, without a doubt.
Absolutely.
And the guys that they have, like we see Duncan Robinson having a resurgence. I really like Dennis Jenkins. Tobias Harris is a vet. Like he's gonna give you some good moments in the playoffs. Ron Holland is cool. Asar, I like what he gives you defensively, offensively. Still some left to be desired, but I still like. I feel like defensively, this team can just hang their hat on that, and that shit will. That shit is gonna probably win them a series just off the defense alone. And I think Cade is hitting another stride where like what we saw last year. I think he's gonna expand on that in the postseason, and if he does, I think they could very much get to the NBA Finals with that level of play.
Yeah, if they just upgrade that small forward position, it's to the moon. I think they might be a lock.
Oh, yeah.
Tobias Harris is fine. Love the guy. But just if they could just upgrade that position alone, just that one in the starting lineup, they're a lock for the finals for me.
Next, we got the Western Conference. This might be easier. I'm not gonna lie. Before all right, is there any team in the play-in 7 through 10 that you think is contenders?
So the Warriors were going to be a contender for me until obviously Jimmy Butler went down, so their team is not going to be very good anymore.
Prayers
and
out
then,
to him.
Yeah, exactly. Prayers up to him. And then another contender for me, and this just shows how good the West is, that the Timberwolves are a 7 seed. I understand that Ann and Rudy have missed games, but I would make the Timberwolves a contender as well for the play-in aspect of the West.
I would probably give them that nod as well, man, especially the way Ant's been playing this year, too. And Julius Randle's doing his thing. Gobert, his bald head, he's playing good defense still. Yeah, I think, granted, they are in the West, so it makes it a lot harder to call someone, a contender to, come out of the West. But, I mean, if you look at their record and the way they – dropped my phone. The way they've been playing, yeah, absolutely contender, I think, too. So I'd give that nod to them.
We'll say seeing the Clippers at 20 and 24 is super sad because me and Mason, that was the one thing we did get wrong for sure. We had them as a top 5 seed. So they're
playing like it right now, though. They are absolutely playing.
Nah,
like
yeah, they're
a little late now, but yeah.
You know what's crazy? Before last season, I had the Clippers as a 13 seed, and they were a top 4 or 5 seed.
Yeah.
And then this year I had them as the top 5 seed, and they started the season off as a fucking 14, 13 seed. I'm like, shit is crazy. I was a year too early, but now they're picking it up.
I think the biggest miss everyone's had is the Mavericks, though. I don't know if anyone projected the Mavericks to be this bad.
Yeah, I had them as the 10th seed, I think. 10th or 11th. Some shit like
I had them at 6, I think.
I think I had 5 or 6, yeah. We were drinking that Cooper Flag a little bit, not too much, though. But again,
I mean, he's living to the hype. It's just everything else is like AD hasn't been able to be out.
Anthony Davis is such a bitch, dude. Respectfully.
Nah, yeah. In this playing group, the Warriors, even before Butler got hurt, I wasn't taking them serious.
Yeah, I wouldn't either.
Timberwolves, I will give the Timberwolves that nod, back-to-back WCFs. On a 4-game losing streak right now, so that's probably why they dropped that down low. But the defense, Rudy Gobert, has been holding it down. Easily should be in that DPOY conversation once again. So I'm gonna give him that respect. But yeah, the way Ant's been playing this year, Rams had another great year. I think they could easily make it back if the bracket is right back to the WF. And they play the Nuggets really well. I would love to see this. They actually played OKC well too. I think they beat OKC twice, if I'm not mistaken, or maybe once.
I know at least
But
once.
Yeah, at least
they
once.
did beat them, and I'd like to see how this team plays against the Spurs, but I feel like they could beat the Rockets in the series.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm gonna give them a contender.
Yeah.
But six seed, we got the LA Lakers.
Brennan, you're the LBJ guy. You can start this one off.
God, as much as I would just love to be delusional and say LeBron's going to make it to the finals again, this team just isn't good enough in the West, especially.
Yeah.
So it's just going to be like the total opposite of all my takes for the East, to be honest. But yeah, no, I'm going to say pretender here. I love what Austin Reeves was doing before he got hurt. It'll be interesting to see what they do with him if they keep him on the roster. DeAndre Ayton just seems like he just wants to be good 50% of the time, to be honest. Luka is obviously balling, but LeBron balling as well. It's just that the rest of the team is just not good. Drew Timmy's getting like big minutes now, which is which is so funny to see. But no, nobody's really stepping up outside of the big three. Ayton's playing all right. Rui's doing, role player stuff, and the big three don't play any sort of defense. So I'm gonna go pretender here for the Lakers, which is sad, but yeah, I got pretender.
I'm gonna go pretender as well. Even with Reeves coming back pretty soon, I think their lack of defense is really going to struggle because one, Luka, yes, he's absolutely balling, 33 points, 8 rebounds, 8 assists. Stats look great, but his turnovers, man, he's putting up 5 turnovers a game, which is just not efficient whatsoever. I don't like their bench. Their bench isn't, wowing me. LaRavia, if he starts, whatever. Marcus Smart, And LeBron, he just doesn't have the stamina to carry a team like he would, 5-7 years ago. So I like it. I love Luca, I love Reeves, love LBJ, but I don't think they've got the squad or the chemistry either. I mean, you see JJ Redick in all these interviews, and he is just pissed off all the time. So I think that's just going to continue.
Yeah, they're pretenders to me. The defense is just so bad. I think I said it first game of the season. I'm like, yo, this Lakers team ain't going nowhere. And shout out to Adam B Sports. He was like, man, fuck out of here. Like, they're contenders. I'm like,
He rides for his teams, though, bro.
Yeah, he rides for his teams, bro. Oh my god. But but the defense is just so bad that I'm like, yo, this team cannot beat anybody. And I made that mistake last year, predicting the first round. I'm like, man, it's Brian and fucking Luca. They're gonna win this first round matchup, and they got their ass fucking smoked against the Timberwolves. The defense is just really, really bad. They're gonna need to make some like big decisions come off season, and talk to LeBron and be like, yo, you gonna retire or what? But there's just way too many holes on the defensive end to really take this team seriously. Offensively, they're fun as fuck to watch, especially when Austin Reeves is playing. Can't wait for him to come back. But they're literally gonna have to outscore teams if they wanna win. And I just don't see them winning a playoff series again. I feel like this team is just gonna be a first round exit.
Yeah, 100%.
The next team, fifth seed, we got the Phoenix Suns.
This shit's crazy, dude.
Pretender. They're 27-17. They're the 5 seed right now, but I still don't think they have the roster makeup to make a long run. Gillespie's great. Yeah, he's playing great. Is he going to do this in the playoffs against, Anthony Edwards or Steph Curry or, anyone else that's going to be guarding him? Amen Thompson? No. Is Dylan Brooks great? Yeah, he's been playing great. I don't think, he's going to do 25 points in the playoffs when he's getting guarded hard. So I am just absolutely flabbergasted that this team is where they are at with guys like Royce O'Neal playing and Mark Williams and Jalen Green not even playing, and Jalen Green on the bench. I mean, he's been on IR, so it's it's unreal to me that this team has been that good. I'm going to say pretenders, and I hope they, continue to prove me wrong. I'm going to keep saying they're frauds.
Yeah, I mean that would be sweet if they just like made a run out of nowhere, out of nothing, basically, respectfully. So I'm gonna go pretender as well. Devin Booker is playing all right. Brooks just out of nowhere has a 6 point jump from last year in points wise. That's crazy. Jalen Green, he's a roller coaster. He's either the best player on the court or possibly the worst. And he's only played 3 games, so it'll be interesting to see how they kind of all mesh together when he's finally healthy. Mark Williams should be a Laker, but he's not. Is playing well. But no, I'm right with Mason here. Again, their team just star wise is just not good enough. And being in the West, I don't like them matching up with much of anyone really. If they go on a run, that would be sweet, but I don't see it happening, so I'm going pretender.
Yeah, I'm gonna go pretender as well. Suns fans, you shouldn't feel offended by saying that. By
Be
me saying that,
excited that you're
this is
in
a
a 5 seed.
yeah. This has been a great season. I shout out to Jordan Ott because he
Yeah.
has done a tremendous job with this team. This team has had 3 different coaches in the last 3 years, and they've done.
Oh yeah,
I think it was Budenholzer, Frank
Monty.
Vogel,
Dude.
Monty, yeah, and just straight dog shit.
What
I
do you
mean,
think
not
Lonnie's
Monty.
doing right now?
Monty was good. Isn't he coaching like high school basketball? I think.
Yeah, probably. That's what he should be doing.
But yeah, shout out to Jordan Ott doing this thing, getting this team to play together. I really love what I'm seeing from Colin Gillespie, having a tremendous season. Dylan Brooks feels like wherever Dylan Brooks goes, the teams just get better.
Yeah, it's weird.
Culture setter right there. But yeah, shout out to the Suns. This is a fun team, a really fun team to watch. Next team got the 4th seed, Houston Rockets.
Whew. Brennan,
I could go first for this one. I can
yeah,
go
take this one because I'm
Dude.
still iffy.
I'm still gonna be on the train. I was very excited with the trade, and I'm gonna stay consistent with the KD hype. I'm gonna say contender here. Like what I'm seeing from Kevin Durant and Sengun Thompson. After Kevin Durant was complaining about needing another player to score, he's been better. Jabari Smith throws up the most whack threes I've ever seen sometimes, and it's hilarious. So he's playing all right. Shepard, he'll give you a game or two, maybe. But, Sengun, Durant, and Thompson, I wish they would go out and get a point guard, which they probably will, hopefully in early February. But I'm going to still say contender. I like this team a lot. I like the defense. And I just think KD, at age 37, 38, whatever he is, can still get them to at least the finals and maybe win it. If they beat the Thunder, they could beat anybody, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm gonna second you as well. I think they're a contending team. The only reason why I was like maybe not is just because of that lack of a point guard. And Justin and I were mentioning Josh Okogie and the fact that he's so heavily in the rotation that should not be a thing. So I'm gonna give them contenders, and that boosts up even more if they get a ball handler that takes the ease off of Amen Thompson, because I don't know the situation with FVV. We'll have to maybe just look at that a little bit more. But man, if you got KD on your team, he can do anything in the playoffs. So absolutely contending.
How
do you know you're
gonna
saying?
be my first hot take, man. I'm gonna go pretenders.
I
I'm gonna
like
go pretenders to the Rockets. I was just looking now. This team is 5th on offense, 5th on defense. That shit sounds sweet on paper, but I feel like the biggest thing, the lack of the point guard, and some of the problems that this team has in crunch time is very, very glaring to me.
Yeah, they have choked some games.
I feel like you can't really that shit just it sits, bro, and that's gonna stay there in the playoffs. And just looking at the West, bro, I could confidently say, like, I don't, like, barring major injury, I don't see Houston beating OKC in a series. I don't see them beating Denver in a series. I don't see them beating the Spurs in a series. And I think them and the Timberwolves might be a Game 7 series.
Very well could
And
be.
those are like all the top dogs in the West, and more likely than not, you might have to play one of them in the first round. They're lucky right now because fucking the Suns are sitting pretty at 5. God forbid the Timberwolves climb. God forbid the Timberwolves climb up to 5, or if they fall to 5 and the Nuggets fall to 4.
Could they beat the Lakers?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they could beat the Lakers. But yeah, OKC, San Antonio, Denver, I don't think they could beat them. Like if everyone's fully healthy, I don't see them beating them. Minnesota is a debate. I'm that one could go either way. That might go like full 7.
I would love that
Last-
matchup.
Great series.
But they could beat Phoenix, obviously.
Yeah.
That would be funny. Holy shit. If that's a first round series, KD's back in Phoenix.
That would be insane.
Cinema.
Oh, fucking what's it
Absolute.
called? Dylan Brooks revenge.
Kevin Durant
Durant
that's NBA's rigged. We all know what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Let's just get it.
Yeah, Jalen Green revenge. Yeah, that they could beat Phoenix, but that'll be a fun series. But the top dogs, I don't think they could beat. The point guard play is a big problem, and I feel like the deeper you go into the playoffs is gonna matter even more. So it's like they could probably win a first round series if it's against Phoenix, but they're currently the 4th seed. Like you're talking about playing OKC in round 2. Like it's Houston. Like if Houston loses in round 2, are they just like, oh shit, like what the fuck?
Houston
what do we do now? Yeah, like we thought we was gonna go to the ECF. I mean the WCF. Like they could probably lose in round 2, and they better hope. They better hope Minnesota doesn't climb up or Denver falls down a spot. So I'm gonna go pretenders. Like the talent is there. They're playing great for a regular season team. I feel like for me, the only way this team goes to the finals is like there gotta be like 2 major injuries
or something.
Yeah, somebody gotta go. Like Şengün gotta play like fucking Jokic.
He has to.
And then and then maybe somebody else gotta get fucking injured. Like Shay's
gotta go down. Wemby's
Shea
out.
gotta go down. Wemby might be down. That's like to me, that's like the only way they go to the finals. But
sorry, Houston. You got nothing to look forward to. Maybe
if they had Fred VanVleet though, I feel like it'd be a convo with them and the Spurs. Like that would they would be in that group with me. Like Spurs, Nuggets. I'm obviously OKC is like a step above, but Spurs, Nuggets, Rockets. If they had VanVleet, that would be the 3. Like all those series to me would go to 7 games.
And respectfully, I'm not trying to be mean here. Fred VanVleet isn't really this like game-changing point guard either. Like he's not putting up crazy numbers. He's just a guy that brings up the ball, which Houston doesn't have, which is crazy how they just didn't bring anyone in.
And he's got a championship ring too.
But he does take a lot of pressure. He does take a lot of pressure off of some of these guys. I feel like some people forget how good. I feel like some people forget how good Fred VanVleet is. Like he had some games in the playoffs where like, still. Even last year, he had some games in the playoffs last year where like, he still got it. But obviously he would look a lot better with. Yeah, he wasn't like great, but like he would look a lot better.
Crazy.
Yeah, if he got to play with Kevin Durant and Şengün and all these guys, he's gonna look a lot better. And yeah, he had moments in the playoffs last year, like this dude might be their second best player.
Yeah, there was confidence for that.
I know we might gas it up the Fred VanVleet shit, but he's great.
Shepherd, that guy, dude. They were really banking on him being that point guard, and he just isn't.
Right off the bat,
I like Reed Shepherd.
I do too.
Not a leader.
He's just not.
He's not ready for. I don't think he's ready for that step yet. Exactly. It'll take some time.
That's just how bad that draft class was. Because wasn't he like 3rd overall pick?
He was the 3rd pick.
God, that draft class sucked.
I'm not. Yeah.
Respectfully,
I'm not mad.
guys, I'm sorry if you're a big Ricochet fan. I know Justin is, so.
Yo, I was getting into it with people on Instagram because I was like, Ricochet is the worst number 1 pick in the last 10 years.
Yeah,
And they're like,
that's
no, he's
right, yeah.
not. No, he's not. I'm like, yeah,
Yes,
I would still take Markel over him. Because
Yeah, I
Markel
would
before
too.
the injury was
Markel
a fucking
was
dog.
nice.
Yeah,
He was a fucking dog.
Yeah. I went
And
in there and said to spark some convo, and I just got shit on. It was great.
I'm like, yo, I was telling somebody on TikTok, I was like, yo, I think there's like 10 people in his draft class that might be better than him.
Alex Sarr is better.
And I was like, Alex Sarr is better. That's why I've been saying, yo, Jalen Tyson is better than Ricochet. Like the last like 2
I would
weeks.
give Tyson right now. Yeah.
That class is like, I wouldn't say a star, but like good off the top of your head, because I can't even think of any.
Stephon Castle.
Okay, that's who it was. Okay, and he's like a, respectfully again, a good role player. So it's weird that like that class just didn't have any like, and it's still young. What is this? Their second, third year. So maybe they kind of.
This would be the second year.
Yeah. So Castle has been playing well. It's just, obviously Wemby and Fox are very, very good on that team, and Dylan Harper, dude. I would do crazy things to have Dylan Harper on the Bucks. I don't care, dude. He's so good.
I'm about to pull up that fucking draft class right now. We about to find out how many.
I'm looking at it right now.
Can we get to 10? Can we get to 10 people before like that we could say is better than Ricochet?
I would take Donovan Clingan. I would take Clingan.
Okay, give me some names.
Right. Zach Edey.
Out.
Nah, he's been hurt. I can't give him that. He's always hurt.
What about? I know Rob hasn't
Alex
played,
Sarr.
but I would take Rob. I would take Sarr.
Okay, yeah.
Castle, we've said.
Castle. There's three.
I don't know about Rob Dillingham. Right
now.
Oh,
I thought you were saying
I probably would take Rob.
Like, what? Yeah,
I would take Buzelis.
So Rob off the fucking Timberwolves.
Buzelis.
Yeah,
Castle.
He might be the best player out of that class.
Who'd you say? Collier?
I'm taking Kel'el Ware.
Yes. Oh, Kel'el Ware.
Yes.
I'm taking Jared McCain.
Yeah. Keyshawn George.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, yes.
Tyson.
Yes.
I don't know if we said Tyson or Misi yet, but
Jalen Tyson. Jalen Tyson 8, Misi 9.
Yep. I mean Collier. I don't like Collier. I mean that's close.
Terrence Shannon Jr.
Shannon, maybe, right? AJ Mitchell.
Like a half. He's like a half.
AJ Mitchell, yeah.
That's AJ Mitchell, dude. Second round stud for the freaking Thunder. Unbelievable.
I hate that. Tyler He's just super good.
Tyler Kolek, bang.
Tyler Kolek?
Oh, yeah. Oh,
yeah. All right.
Yeah. Right. Tim Spencer.
Right. That's 11.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
I mean, dude, what just a terrible pick.
Jalen Wells.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, there we go. Now there's Ted. There's Ted for sure.
Oh, Jamal Shed.
I'll take Jamal Shed.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Some questionable ones there, but we at least got 10, which is
it's
bad.
still a convo. The
fact that terrible pick, bro. Oh my god. What a bad pick.
Yeah,
they would probably love to have another point guard in Atlanta right now. I'll just say that.
Tristan Da Silva or Zachary
on the Magic? Mm-hmm. He was a star at Colorado.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's cooking in my dynasty taxi squad right now, dude.
I think I just named like 15 guys.
Right. So yeah, absolutely. Ricochet, terrible pick. And you know what? Maybe Shepard at the 3 spot was good for the
dude. Oh my god, that's crazy. How much better would Castle be on the Rockets though? Like let's ask that question.
I mean, I think he'd be the same player.
Would be so crazy together, dude. That would be so crazy. Them throwing lobs to each other would be sick.
That would be cool.
Wouldn't fix the point guard.
The fit would be. The fit would be shaky.
It would be what it is right now.
Yeah.
Shoot on that goddamn team.
Because some of the problem is still spacing, and Castle doesn't help that.
No.
I would say Castle is a better. Because I remember people was hyping up the Amen point guard shit.
Yeah,
Castle is better. Castle is better at the point guard shit than Amen is.
100%.
But yeah, it might just be the same shit. Honestly, it might be a little bit better, but
yeah, not much. Would be cool though.
Next team, we got the Denver Nuggets 3 seed.
Contender. Contender.
Mm.
Oh my
Contender.
God.
Contender
I
for me.
wish I could say it more. Jamal Murray, dude.
Contender.
Oh,
Yeah.
God. I love that guy so much. Jamal Murray is
Yeah.
my guy. Tried to tell people about him a few years ago. Now he's getting the praise that he deserves. He's playing out of his mind with Jokic being out. And when they get Jokic back, and then bug this season, and they're still the 3 seed. So once they get everybody back, just watch out. I think they're going to take OKC pretty tough because they did last year, and this I would say this Denver team's even better. So I'm going to go contender pretty easily for the Nuggets.
Yeah, and I want to give a huge shout out to freaking Tim Hardaway Jr. My Lord.
Hooping.
At 33 years old, I mean, I did not think he would still be hooping the way he is. He's kind of fallen off the past couple games now, but I mean, for 5-6 games in January this month, he was putting up 20 points and helping them win. So if you don't have Jokic and you're still winning games with Jamal Murray, Peyton Watson stepped up, Spencer Jones, I didn't even know who that was from Stanford.
Peyton Watson
So
is dogging right now. I picked him
Peyton
up.
Watson
Yes.
is nasty. And he's only 23. So the fact that he's getting the minutes right now, too, just, he's going to be extra confident come towards the end of the season. So this Denver team, absolutely contender.
Yeah, to me, this team is by far a contender. And I said it before. I think you guys might have been on our show, or we might have been on your show. I forgot what it was when we was predicting like finals matches, but I had the Nuggets in the finals. Like, I think this team is beating OKC if they match up again. I really feel like it was an Aaron Gordon hamstring injury away from going back to the WCF. So I think if they match up again, I'm taking Denver Nuggets like confidently. And to see the season Jamal Murray's having, I love it. I'm finally waiting for him to have a season like this in the regular season. Peyton Watson stepped up big time. And they're still like Jokic hasn't came back yet. Aaron Gordon still hasn't come back yet. He's been like in and out. Christian Brown has been like in and out of the lineup. So when they all come back, it's gonna be scary hours for the league. And this team is gonna be I've said if not the Knicks, I hope it's the Nuggets that win it all.
Dude,
honestly.
Yes. Anyone but OKC.
So, yeah. So I would love for them to make it to the finals. Next team, second seed, we got the San Antonio Spurs.
Dude, this is tough. I'll let you go first, Mason, for this one.
Yeah, I'm gonna say contender here. Granted, they're young. Yes, they don't have the experience of being in these long playoff series. De'Aaron Fox has been kept away in Sacramento for so long. One playoff series maybe. Stephon Castle's obviously young, so a lot of these guys don't have playoff experience outside of maybe Harrison Barnes. So and Kelly Olynyk, if you really want to consider him. But man, if you got Wemby, I don't give a shit. We saw what they did to the Thunder, and I consider the Thunder one of the top teams in the NBA, and they just dominated for a couple weeks straight. So as long as Wemby does not get hurt and everyone else around him is, just doing their own thing, Castle, Fox, Devin Vassell, they got their own scores outside of Wemby, I'm going to put them in contender, even though they are very inexperienced. But it is tough. It is tough.
Man.
It is tough.
Wemby is just so freaking good. It's hard to say, dude. I really don't know.
He's generational, man. He's the best talent I've seen.
And it's the whole idea of like the injury too. Like if he stays healthy, they could go on a run, but that's just so scary because
it's a big if.
He gets hurt, this team is nothing. In my opinion. I mean, they're still a good team, but he is just so gifted and so good. So I'm gonna go pretender here if I have to pick one. I think they're like a year or two away from being a contender. Don't ask me what they could do to improve because I don't really know. It's just I don't trust Wemby's health. I'm just going to use that as my excuse to say that they're contender. But they're a good team. I could easily be wrong and see them in the WCF. But if I have to pick, I'm going to say pretender for the Spurs.
Fair.
The Wemby health it's valid. Like that's a valid concern. Um, I feel like they're doing their best to keep him fresh for the playoffs, like the minute restriction,
Yeah.
not going overboard with the minutes. If he has like some minor shit in game, they'll sit him out the next game or they'll sit him out for the rest of the game. Um, but I'm gonna go with contender. I feel like as long as Wemby's right, I feel like he's one of them guys.
Yeah.
He's one of those. He's one of those guys to me. Like even though we've never seen him in the playoffs, to me there's no wait and see with him. I feel like he's gonna off rip. He's gonna prove to the world like why he is a top guy in the playoffs. Similar to Luca when he first got into the playoffs and he was going crazy. I feel like he's just gonna put the world on notice off rip, and it's just gonna change a lot of shit. What he does defensively for that team, he holds a lot of shit down. And I think them having those three guards is a cheat code, in my opinion. That is a luxury that not every team has. And I think they're going to be able to use that to their advantage with Dylan Harper being able to play a lot of these important minutes and being in these big games already as a rookie. It's only going to like get better for him when it gets late into the season. I think Stephon Castle is a dog. Like,
Yep.
I feel like he rises to the occasion in big moments. And I feel like De'Aaron Fox, he's been underrated. I feel like nobody really talks about him. And when he last played in the playoffs, his first playoffs ever against the Warriors, he went toe to toe with Steph Curry. He was going toe to toe with him. So I feel like him alongside Wemby, I feel like he's gonna be able to put on that, well, take on that task as the number two guy. And I've in these matchups against OKC, he's showed up. He's gone toe to toe with Shea, and he's proved why. Like, yo, I'm one of the best guards in the league, so I'm confident he could continue that level of play in the playoffs. And having a backup like Luke Cornett behind Wemby, I think is such an underrated move. Like everything Wemby gives you, Cornett could give you on a lesser degree and still hold shit down for you. Still gonna be good. You got guys off the bench like Champagny who could literally just go off and hit 6 threes on you. Yeah, I like Devin Vassell. Keldon Johnson's taking on like a leadership role and a spark plug and give you a lot of energy. So I think this team, I think you could very well see this team in the conference finals. And it's going to be interesting to see how they get there and who they got to beat to get there. But I see this team as a contender.
Yeah.
I like the Champagny shot. I won't lie. He's been balling.
Yeah. And the last team, number 1 seed, OKC.
Pretender next.
Total pretenders, dude. They're just the worst freaking team I've ever
so
seen.
bad. Take away free throws, blah blah blah.
Demolished our Bucks team on national television a couple nights ago. God,
yeah,
our
rivals at that. Rival week. So
yeah,
I don't know whose idea that was, but that was terrible. Yeah, I'm gonna go obviously contender here. There's not much I can say that everyone doesn't know about this team already. They're very good. They're very good on both sides. J-Dub's not playing well, and they're still the number 1 team in the West. So this team is disgusting. AJ Mitchell is playing good basketball right now, and if they make a move, which everyone has been harping forever, this might be a dynasty and nobody can even compete. So let's just hope and pray they keep stacking up those first round picks and not, taking advantage of them, but they're still super good at drafting. So man, it must be nice to be an OKC fan right now. So I'm going to go contender very easily here, obviously.
Yeah. I didn't realize the impact that Chet Holmgren had on that team until I, watched them play against the Bucks, because obviously I'm not watching a lot of Thunder games. But watching him around the rim is it's cinema, man. I think he's holding players to like 30-something% around the rim when he's the primary defender. And he just instantly, if you're a guard, you're trying to get a pass off of him, he's going to impact that pass. You try to get a shot off, he's going to block that shot 50% of the time. He makes it so hard for any player, even Giannis in the paint, to get his shot off. So, I mean, big shout out to Chet Holmgren. Just watching him a couple nights ago, man, I can see why their team is so good, because if you got a guy like Shea who can just do whatever he wants whenever, and then you got a guy on the defensive end that can literally just stop whomever. It's a perfect combination. So, I mean, it doesn't really matter what the bench is doing at that point. And the fact that AJ Mitchell is becoming a most improved player, runaway at this point is just the gravy on top for that team.
Contenders. Contender. I will say I feel like this is the year where they're more beatable, I guess.
Fair. Absolutely, they are.
Like, I don't look at them this year like, oh, they're just going to run over the league and run through the playoffs. I don't see it like that. I feel like this team is a lot more beatable. But, yeah, you still got to give them that respect. They are 100% contenders, reigning champs. So, nothing really much I could say. Chet is having a phenomenal season.
Mm-hmm.
What he gives you defensively is great. I love what AJ Mitchell gives. He was a fucking sleeper fantasy pickup at the start of the year.
Holy hell.
But shout out to them. That was it. I do have a keep 3, cut 5 for you guys. I came up with it like last second.
Nice.
Yes.
Because I was like, damn, I didn't even have one prepared, but I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna just do one.
Let's go.
I got a keep 3, cut 5 University of Kentucky basketball players.
Mm-hmm. This is gonna be tough, man. There's a lot.
Shit.
Yeah.
All right.
First name up, we got De'Aaron Fox.
Okay, so we just talked about him. I really do like the keep. I really think De'Aaron Fox is one of them. He's always a top 10 point guard, and he is clutch, dude. He is not a lot of people talk about how clutch he is in the fourth quarter, and I think that's going to pay off. That's why I did, consider the Spurs contenders, because I think, like Justin said, you can have him be that second option easily. He could be the number one option on any team.
Are these current Kentucky players or all-time Kentucky players?
All-time, probably.
I didn't even think about that, but I'm gonna keep it current.
Okay.
Like playing right now. Yeah. Okay.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah, because then you could consider John Wall could be
technically. There's some guys that might not be playing now, but they got drafted like in the last 10 years type shit.
That's fair.
I just didn't know if we were throwing DeMarcus Cousins out there. I didn't know what kind of players we were.
I'm not throwing in like fucking Jamal Mashburn and shit like
that. Okay.
What a okay. Legend.
I like the keep then. Mason wanted to keep. We'll do that.
All right. Next name, we got Karl Anthony Towns.
Cut. Sorry.
You can cut. Yeah, that's that. Yeah.
No disrespect, Mr.
That's
Nick.
fine.
I how he's been playing lately, like you said.
Yeah, I think a little bit of recency bias is definitely playing a factor right there.
Next name, Bam Adebayo.
Can we get Asia Wilson instead? I'm just kidding.
Think about it. There's a lot of good Kentucky players.
There is.
I know we're keeping 3. We got to cut 4 more guys after this, and I know you got to think of like Shea. Like that's if he's on the list, that's an obvious keep.
I've in my head I have Shea and Book are immediate keeps.
Yeah.
And
Maxey. Oh fuck.
With those 3 names you just said, I'm cool with cutting Bam.
I'm cutting too. Yeah. Let's cut Bam. That's a tough cut because I like the size, but we'll cut Bam.
Sorry. Okay, you like the size.
Cutting Bam. All right, next name. We got. Damn, there's a guy in that group that you didn't say that I'm surprised. He's still in the league, and he's probably the second best player in that group all time.
AD.
Next name. See. Yeah. Next name. Casey Wallace.
Motherfucker. Damn it. Okay, well, cut respectfully.
We'll cut him, and I'm surprised we didn't even mention him for the Thunder. He's been solid. So good cut.
I mean, you can just go down the goddamn roster for that team. Everyone's good.
Yeah.
Next name, Jamal Murray.
Oh my God, we didn't even think about him.
Keep.
All right, we'll keep Jamal.
Canadian warrior, dude. How he's playing right now?
Yeah, that's so fair.
You can't tell me he's not a keep worthy guy. So
All right, so you guys cut 3, kept 2.
Yep.
Next name,
one more keep for us.
Julius Randle.
God, there's so many goddamn good basketball players. From
There's our fourth cut. I think we got to cut him.
He threw Cason Wallace in there for a curveball. I'm not debating about keeping him. I'm just trying to think of who else he would say because it doesn't sound like he's saying Shea or Booker.
We'll see though. Maybe AD later, and I'd still keep AD over Julius Randle if we're getting a healthy AD.
Okay, so if it's not those three, can you name me another better than Randle right now?
Tyler Hero. Nah.
All right, we'll cut Randle. We'll cut Randle.
Yeah.
Okay. Randall. Next name.
Driving the bus here, Mason. So if we fuck up, it's all on you.
I like
the next name is Tyler Hero.
Okay, so it's 2 guys left. So it's Hero and then the last guy, right?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I like the gamble. I like the gamble game.
These names aren't good though. So if he really put Shea on or like someone at the end, I'm gonna be fucking pissed. But since you've been driving the boat, Mace, we'll cut and we'll just gamble.
Come on, I like the gamble.
Gamble it up. We'll gamble it up. It's first time being on this side in a while, so you're the good guy with this. So I'm gonna say cut as well.
All right. So you guys cut Karl Anthony Towns, Bam Adebayo, Cason Wallace, Julius Randle, Tyler Hero, and you kept De'Aaron Fox, Jamal Murray, and Shaedon Sharpe.
Oh.
Fuck you, Mason. I told you, dude. If you just pulled fucking Shea out of his ass, I would be so mad. But
hey, you know what?
Which is crazy.
To hype up Shaedon Sharpe here, I will say
he didn't even play for Kentucky.
He went to Kentucky. I just can't even imagine him in a fucking Kentucky.
He sat out the whole year.
Yeah.
Did he play like in the G League or no?
You said what?
I don't know.
Did he play in the G League? Because like, how did he get drafted, or did he like what the fuck?
Nah,
he was just that good.
He just sat out the whole year.
Okay. Yeah, I can't even imagine him in a fucking Kentucky uniform. So that just like blew my mind. Nice shot.
Highlight reels. Hey, he's a highlight reel, man. We got De'Aaron Fox winning us games. We've got.
You know what's really funny? You're like, man, what if we got Tyler Hero? We could say him, and you proceeded to cut him. Oh my God!
Yeah,
you're the worst.
That was just a terrible performance. It's all right though. Hey, I'm gonna hype up Shaedon Sharpe for the rest of the season now, just because of this game.
Yeah. You'd be seeing clips of Shaedon Sharpe.
It's crazy. He's never played, but you could find him on Google with the jersey on. He got the warm up on the bench and shit. But he's never played a game.
That blows my mind.
Crazy. The more you know.
You know.
But appreciate you guys for pulling up as always. Is there anything you guys wanna shout out before you get out of here?
Yeah, I want to shout out you. You're holding it down. You're doing very good. All the basketball content is very fun to watch. So make sure you guys go check this guy out. He's killing it. And then obviously us, Cheese and Bear pod on everything. So appreciate you, man. Hopefully the Giants are good next year for you.
Oh.
Jackson Dart, dude, come on.
Dude,
come on.
I'm a huge Giants fan next year. I love that team so much for no reason. They're just exciting.
Jackson Dart. What do you mean there's no reason?
Man. And Scat, man. I love Scat.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yo, nobody could call me a bandwagon Giants fan. Like, people over here, like, that come to my house and everything, Giants been out the playoffs. I'm still wearing my sweater. I'm still wearing my jacket. I still got my beanie on. It's been dark, man. It's been dark, but
you've seen a Super Bowl in your life, but it hasn't been that dark. So that's good. You've seen a few of them.
Yeah, but technically, I have seen it, but like I wasn't as like locked in when I was like when I was younger. I feel like I'm more locked into football now than I was when I was a kid. Like
Oh,
when I was a
100%,
kid, I was
100%.
literally I was only watching the fucking Super Bowl. I wasn't watching
No, I
all
got you.
17 game, all 16 games and shit.
Yeah.
But
Sure.
yeah, I do remember the Giants Super Bowl, and I was happy as fuck. I still had the Victor Cruz T-shirt on, but
Hell
if
yeah,
they won that shit now, man, I'd be
dude.
popping so much shit.
There was a small smidgen in my brain. I was like, bro, like if the Bears win the Super Bowl this year, I'm gonna be terrible to hang out with. But obviously that didn't happen, so I can still have some friends, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, if the Giants won the Super Bowl, I wouldn't be as bad. Like I'd be happy as fuck. If the Knicks won the chip, over.
Yeah.
That's fair.
No one would hear the end of it.
I also
Yeah, I
live in
would-
Wisconsin, so all these Pack fans would love if the Bears won the Super Bowl. Isn't that right, Mason?
We would love it. Yeah, that would be the best.
Yeah.
I
But yeah,
appreciate
you guys for
us,
having
man.
on.
Yeah, man.
Make sure you
appreciate
guys go follow. Yeah, make sure you guys go follow the Cheeseheads in the Bed podcast. If you guys are listening on audio, please please comment. Follow us on follow me on TikTok at the JV Podcast 1. Follow me on Instagram at the JV Podcast 1. Appreciate you guys, and we'll see the rest of y'all next week. Peace.